Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Watch the edge. Lefty. It's 74.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This is brought in by Gibson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Go.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
81.
Wentz going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing now is Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now look at him go. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets past one man. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Sunday. Screen. Shit.
46 down, man, 5-4. Here,
55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Hey, watch the ball.
Hey,
Black.
switch gears.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. That's complete to Whiteside. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
57. Go.
On first down, Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
Throwing on second down. Wentz. That one caught by Gibson. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Check out. 290.
It's going to be a long day.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Luck on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His fifth touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Shift.
Sunday. 82.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, pop.
Man 5-7.
55. 55. Now watch Ryan.
Hey, Charlie.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Delay of game penalty ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Here, 5-9.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. He's at the 30. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
There's a party now. Mike's 59.
On second down, it's Gibson. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
They'll come out in the pistol. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. They'll try to run with Sanders. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, and they'll file away for the future.
Go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike.
Block. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Go. Go.
Now it's Locke. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Go! 140!
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Alert.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check out. 56. I'm here all day. I'm here.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Lights are go. Green 90.
It's a slant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. To Vecchio to add the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike, 50.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, check Mike. Watching you 5.
Here's Wentz to throw. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Quit talking about it and bring it.
12.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Let's go, tight end.
After the interception, it's Love. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Off of play action. Luck. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Check it back.
Gone right.
Motion.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Let's see what you got.
Here's Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Keep doing it.
Darren Waller. As the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I know I'm not supposed to ask questions in this situation. I'm supposed to have answers. But I have to ask. With so many people in such a small area here in the red zone, I can't imagine how they lose a guy of his size and he finds his way open for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
He's checking crack.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Hey, no, 51 tonight. All day, every day, any day.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got him.
Now Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On play action, Wentz rolling to his right. Throw left side complete. That's Gibson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
To throw, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
53, check 53.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
After the sack on first down, Wentz, and this is incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11.
Kill. Check. Lucky. Monday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check.
Mexico.
Fresno. Tighten up.
Pilot, 64, weak.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Monday.
Check
11Z.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Good. Watch the twist.
Back to throw. Luck. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. 56.
Now Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lions. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
12.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
12.
It's just me and you.
To the air again, Locke. Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
There we go. Nice move. Nice move.
Darren Waller, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point.
Let's go.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs from the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. That one goes for 30 yards.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
55. Pick me up. Here we go. Check 37. Check 37.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Come to my way. For Tokyo.
They fake the give. Now Wentz steps away. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
56. 11. 56. Hey, Zoo. They're not ready for this, man.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Football.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's
Switch on travel. Right,
and he'll give it here to his running back. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 41 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Going to run again here with Pollard. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Got 4 down. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, defense, let's go.
Mike, 40, 82, 40.
Eat.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go, Greg.
On play action, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Sunday. Mike 5-5.
Working from the gun. Runs. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, exit. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
51's Mike. Mike's 51.
Great 57.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Go on, Mike. Buzz. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm down.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Luck gonna throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Lions. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now they'll run it on the toss. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Britton, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better 1st quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Mark 55.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Man open. It's Goodwin. And now running right through it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 59.
Throwing now, Luck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
11.
He's getting some penetration. He's coming. Double up.
Luck now to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
You got 3 down. 12. Check. 59. Rip left.
Throwing is Luck. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Check.
59's Mike.
Throwing again is Luck. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.